Welcome back to the 3P podcast. Today we are joined by Joe and Selena again.
Woo.
How have you guys been?
Actually, not again. I haven't been with Joe. It's just been you and I.
That's true. So first time on the podcast.
Yeah.
For the two of
Selena,
you
how does
together.
it feel to be the backup plan?
True, I was the backup plan, but I'm happy to be here.
The third backup plan.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
It's exciting. It's been a while since we've recorded a podcast. I think we took a nice break over Christmas just because that much going on. It's really hard just to find the time when we've all got everything going on, especially just traveling, seeing family. Takes it out of everyone. How was everyone's Christmas, New Year's?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, Christmas is always busy for everyone, but between us, we're jumping between 3 houses throughout the day. It's chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty full on, I feel.
Get any good presents?
I want to say yes, but I don't really remember off the top of my head.
I've forgotten.
What did you get me?
AirPods.
AirPods, that's right. That was good, yeah. My bad.
Thank you.
What did I get you? Well, I did well for Christmas. Got Selena something good, I'm sure.
It feels like forever ago. I don't know. Work's
It was
hectic,
gym
so I've
clothes. Got
just.
you a bunch of gym clothes.
Oh yeah, no, I love the gym clothes.
Gym clothes and
It's
something
like
else.
a luxury
What
gym
brand?
crop shop boutique. And it's like
Sounds like the biggest waste of money.
Yeah, completely.
no,
They
the
look good. They feel
quality,
nice.
yeah. Oh.
Pause.
How about you, Joe?
Yeah, very good Christmas. Shannon got me some new trainers, which I'm
Oh,
very thankful for.
that you used for
Yeah.
the marathon?
No. Just running, just normal Nike shoes.
Okay.
Went to the gym every day. New year, new me. Back in
Lovely.
the gym 6 days a week.
6.
Since November.
Okay.
Since I got back from my holiday. Those that listen know that I got COVID overseas, so I lost a lot of weight. I'm back up about 7 kilos since then.
A little reset.
Yeah, so a little bit of mass gainer, a little bit of creatine, and a lot of pain.
Well, it's working out for you.
Yeah, 7 kilos up in 2 and a bit months. So getting there slowly,
That's
surely.
quick too.
Yeah.
It's not slow.
Yeah.
That's quick.
And I haven't been like killing myself. One time I bulked up to 85. So I'm normally like mid 70s. I went up to 85, having 3,000 calories a day for about a month and a half, and I couldn't eat by the end of it. This time, very much dialed back.
Yeah, see, I'm the other end. Like, just naturally, I was eating like 2,500, 3,000, just casual.
Yeah.
And now it's like culled down to like 1,800, and that's like, Jesus, I need more food.
Yeah, I get to a point, like I have 3 scrambled eggs every day for brekkie. It's just a bit boring.
It's
A lot of
it's
protein.
bland. Its protein's good. Got to be careful with too much eggs. Eggs will screw you up.
Yeah, look,
And screws your stomach.
I do have lactose-free milk when I have my scrambled eggs.
Slay.
Slay indeed. So I'm smart. I'm smart. Now, today we're going to go into our All-Star predictions for the NBA. We have had a bit of discussion on this. So those that don't know, Chris and I do play Minecraft together. We're not ashamed of it. We do chat basketball at all times.
While playing Minecraft. Makes
Usually.
sense.
Yeah. It's been a little while since we've been on the server, not going to lie.
Did try and log on last time, but my laptop died.
Oh,
It's poor form. I still haven't found your second base. I'm not convinced it exists.
Since it's good.
It's hidden somewhere.
So do you want to start East Coast or West Coast?
I think we're going to have much more similar on the West because just there wasn't as many clear options.
Yeah.
I think the East is going to be a bit more diverse.
Yeah. No. How did you break yours down? Point guard, shooting guard?
So I looked up how the voting system
Yeah.
worked. It was
2 guards, 2
2
forwards.
forwards, center,
Easy.
and then reserves was 2 guards, 2 forwards, center, 2 wild cards.
Okay.
Wild utility, whatever you want to call it, but
Yeah.
basically the picks fell into that order anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of them did. There was only one that was a bit confusing, but I think we'll talk about that when we get to it.
No, that's all good. Shall we start? Point guard West, Luka Doncic.
Lucas, Steph, they were
Luka,
my
Steph,
two.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be the two of them.
Yeah.
Steph's not missing out on a starter. I mean, he
not.
gets voted in every year. He deserves it every
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
And about time Luka was a starter too.
Yeah. The forwards.
Forwards is where I think we might differ a little, but the obvious one's going to be LeBron.
Yep.
He's not going to miss out. Like, even you know LeBron well enough to know he's an all-star.
yeah.
But the second forward I took was Sabonis.
So did I.
I wanted to put Anthony Davis, but he just hasn't played enough.
That's
Me
why I
too.
said, I think when we were talking yesterday, I said he's only played like 25 games.
Yeah, it's
So I can't put him as a starter for the 25 games for the 13th seed team.
Yeah, like it was hard enough to even consider the Lakers to have two players in the All-Star game, considering there's teams well above them that might not
Deserve
get
it.
one.
Yeah, and then I look at like Sacramento, they're what, third? How do
It's-
they not have a starter?
They're the third seed, but there's only 3 games between them and the ninth.
That's all right. We take it. At the time of recording, the third.
Yeah, they're killing it. They're doing great, but only having so minimal games between
Yeah.
first and just making it to the play-in,
Yeah.
it's too hard to sit there and go, yeah, they deserve several.
Yeah.
Hold on, side note.
Yeah.
You wanted Kings to win. Is that still your prediction?
No, not to win, just to make it to the playoffs.
Oh,
that's
okay.
That's the outstanding bet
Like
to get the matching tattoo.
Like the beam.
We do
Loving
like
it.
the beam. It's great. It's well into it, but
It's
they're
like-
a third seed. It's almost going to be hard for them to fall out of the playoffs now.
Yeah. Slay
So-
Sacramento.
We
I
might
thought I heard you say Slay.
we might have to just adjust the tattoo to how it's going to fit Joey better.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I've been like visioning it on myself.
Is it going to go next to
Matching,
the
or I
Flash
thought it was a
the
little-
Cross?
Nah, it's not going to go next to. I don't think I can have it on the wrists
Not
because
on the
these
wrist?
are serious
Exposed.
tattoos.
Mm.
They're not even exposed. They're normally hidden.
I thought you were talking about ankle.
Nah, might have to get it right on the chest.
Just
Oh.
bang in the middle.
Bang on the middle. And it's just say like the beam. Mum, you're not listening, but don't disown me. Unless you're really keen on NBA talk, Mum. Then in that case, come
Down.
get one with me.
Yeah, it's almost like a hard spot to actually put it. It's like if you don't put it somewhere on the chest ribs,
Yeah.
where else are you going to put a crown?
No comment. So in the center position,
It's going on an ass cheek.
Or bottom of the foot or something.
yeah, nah, I would not let anyone get near my feet. I'd feel sorry for them.
Oh.
They're like size 13. They're not nice. It's rough go. In the center, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic.
Okay.
Deserved it.
So we've agreed on the. This is what bugs me. The West, we kind of knew the starting five would be agreed
The starting
upon.
five went in pretty quick. The only questionable one was Sabonis, but it wasn't in much of a question, really. Like, what other forward are you going to throw in there above him?
Yeah. The only
And-
option is AD, but no. No.
Yeah, no.
Not
It's
getting
too
in.
hard to throw him in. The Lakers weren't getting two starters this year. No chance.
Yeah.
I'll be disappointed if they do. Now, when we're recording this, it's Tuesday, but Thursday, the actual results for the starters come out.
Yeah.
So come next episode, we'll discuss how close and how wrong we were.
I think we're pretty. I think the only one we will lose out on is because of the fan vote is Sabonis.
Yeah.
I think AD will get the fan vote.
I don't know what the percentage is that goes into the starters because I know the reserves fan votes don't even count anymore.
Yeah.
So he might have the votes for the fans, but staff members, players, media all get a vote into all of it.
It's because the Warriors fans tried to vote in Zaza Pachulia in 2017. They
Oh,
almost
they'll-
did as
Yeah,
well.
I was about to say, is it usually
They
like a surprise?
who was it? Was it Mo
Thrown
Bamba
in
that
there.
nearly made an All-Star appearance after playing like 2 games?
Oh, what?
Because
Yeah.
you got to imagine, like, fans just pick a player and go, you know what, for the lols,
Like
let's get him an all-star appearance. But then, like you said, the weighing of the votes sways more in
They
front of
definitely had to change it up.
Okay, here we
Fan
go.
votes not as important.
fan accounts. Fans account for 50% of the vote. NBA players and media, 25% each.
Yeah, that makes sense considering they're only going to get 50% of the votes on the first 5.
Yeah, like, let me have a look here. This is based on the third return. Kevon Looney, 9th place.
Yeah, like he's not
What?
making an All-Star appearance.
Draymond Green, no.
The Warriors went
Andrew
crazy.
Wiggins,
Like Wiggins wouldn't be crazy,
wouldn't be crazy, but
I
ahead of
still
Lauri
don't-
Markkanen,
I still
no.
don't agree with it. Like he'd have to have like either an injury replacement or a wild card.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Nick Claxton. No. Because I'm just what I'm doing is I'm looking at who's above him,
Yeah, they're all
and
getting
I'm
a spot.
going.
Like it's so tough because we're in a league with so many talented players, but
Yeah.
only 24 get to make it.
Yeah, it's. I didn't include any injured replacements.
I've kind of put them down on like just in the back of my head, going if someone's injured,
When
this
AD
is the first
gets
guy.
injured,
Yeah, well,
who's
when
replacing him?
AD's ruled out, this guy's coming.
yeah,
Like there's going to be a few of them that just every year there's 1 or 2 that don't make the cut.
it's sort of there. Should we go into our reserves?
Before we do, I want to see what Selena's thoughts are on those first 5. Anything you're confused, upset, want to change?
I feel like I don't have much of a
Well, do you feel like
position
there's, do you feel
to.
like, well, without that, do you feel like there's a player that's just hasn't made that list that should be, or you're happy with that?
No, I think I'm happy with that.
Here's
But-
a question.
I forget about positions.
Yeah, so there's a player that you have in your fantasy team.
Giannis.
No,
Oh.
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh yeah,
On a scale of 1 to
but
10,
he hasn't played much.
How disappointing has he been this season for you so far?
I literally went to America to see him in a game, and he didn't even play.
Welcome to most
Basketball.
of the Clippers fans' experience.
So the Clippers experience has been a case of we'll bring in Paul George, we'll bring in Kawhi,
Yeah, big
and
names.
they combined will play less games than Anthony Davis. in 3 years.
You know what I do love is that they traded SGA for Paul George,
Yeah,
and now it's not aging well.
it's slowly not aging well, but at the time, it's like if those guys stay healthy,
Yeah,
like
Different story.
We had them as high contenders at the beginning of the year. We thought they'd be a top seed because everyone thought they'd be healthy.
yeah.
They just haven't been, so we got unlucky on that one.
And I see nothing's worse than looking at a trade in hindsight, and then you look at it and go, "Wow, they paid that."
So far, those picks
What
haven't
were they
turned into.
thinking?
Well, when you're bringing on Paul George is phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
he's really good, and that trade was what 2-3 years ago now.
Yeah, and like I
Oh, and it's
SGA's a
SJ,
rookie,
yeah.
Yeah.
bit of a nobody, bringing
Yeah,
in
okay, fair.
landing two superstars. Like they were all stars for the last 3 years.
said, and Paul George has been cursed with dodgy shoulders.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's just had there's the leg break. I want to
Oh,
say
yeah, I've
2013,
seen.
14.
Yeah, yeah.
He came back
Brutal.
from that. Still got the bounce.
Bad.
Selena's still learning some of the older players from
Yeah.
that have kind of like we showed Vince Carter highlights.
That would
She
take you-
just
that
didn't-
would just mesmerize you.
Didn't know the name properly. Didn't understand why there was
Yeah.
such this.
So you like see it
incredible-
everywhere, but because they're not currently playing, it's like you've got to go back and research
Yeah.
to
Like,
understand.
Vince Carter jersey is everywhere, but unless you actually watch him, it's like the guy is just insane.
But he played. If I'm wrong, what was it? Raptors. He played for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he played
Well,
He played
it's not
at a
our
few teams.
teams. Yeah, but majorly that's what he's known for.
I'd
Or
say
am I wrong?
Yeah. He's a Vince Carter.
Yeah.
that's
Hall
like
of
the
Famer,
prime,
really.
the prime highlights.
Yeah.
Is he Hall of Fame?
I don't know if he's in there yet.
I don't think he eventually will be. There's no way he's not. All right, let's
And
jump
he
onto
was
the
the 3
reserves.
decades.
Yeah, he played in 3
Yeah.
separate decades.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. He can go in the Hall of Fame 2024.
Okay, so not
Okay.
too long now.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
go to our guards or the
Guards.
reserves.
So I'm going to say a name, and you're just going to nod saying that you've got him as well. De'Aaron Fox. You don't have De'Aaron Fox?
De'Aaron Fox didn't make it.
You are on
Ooh.
fraud watch. You criminal. I don't want to hear it from you. Whatever you say, I'm not listening. No.
The silence.
There's only 2 guard positions.
Yeah, but,
Then there's wild cards.
and you don't have De'Aaron Fox.
I don't have
Okay,
De'Aaron
who did you
Fox.
have?
My first guard is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay.
SGA is my
Oh.
number 1.
Okay.
He
I
was
need
getting
to know
that.
who your wild
He
card
was
is.
getting that spot
Yep.
over Fox.
Yep.
2 months ago, Fox was clear front runner, but he hasn't been performing that well. Over the last couple of weeks, he has slowly shifted back. Sabonis is taking the reins. That's why I put Sabonis in as a starter, because he, to me, is the runner of that team. He's outperforming Fox.
Okay.
At that rate, when I was going through it, I was like, do they deserve 2 over some of these other guys?
Yep.
And there was a couple that I couldn't throw him in over them.
Yeah.
So right now, it was SGA
Ja Morant.
and Ja Morant.
Okay.
They're the 2 guards. So then it came down to the wild spots.
Yeah.
Is he going to fit this spot over the other guys?
Yeah.
Which I couldn't bring myself to do it straight away. He's my number 1 guy for an injury replacement.
Okay.
So when AD doesn't make it, Fox is the first guy coming in.
I've sat next to you and listened to hours upon hours of De'Aaron Fox talk. I've heard more about De'Aaron Fox than I've heard about the last year random facts. You've sung his praises for so long. You've ran the 100-meter sprint, 99 meters, and you've gone, no, De'Aaron.
You even want the team to win or get into the finals.
Well, we're making it sound like I'm thinking they're the best team on earth, and he's this absolute godsend amongst men.
Chris.
Like, he's not that phenomenal. He's incredible, but there's names here that they're getting the spot over him.
Okay.
He doesn't get the fan votes, and there's players that are going to get the spot over him. Do I think LeBron James deserves to be a starter? No. But of course he's going to get the votes. It's LeBron James.
He's averaging like his second high career high in points at 38
Yeah.
in year 20.
Mess.
Players don't even average that in their prime.
Yeah. But you throw LeBron on the East Coast right now, is he a starter?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think he's putting up those numbers anywhere.
Yeah,
So did you put him in your team based on what realistically is going to happen?
we're making the prediction. LeBron's a starter. We've both
Oh,
agreed.
right. Okay.
I don't have De'Aaron.
Who do you have next? Now,
So for
now
forwards?
my heart's not in it.
The heart's not in it. What do you mean? So who were your 2 guards then?
I didn't do like you did. I just did 7 reserves.
Well, that's why you've gone all confused.
No. My 7 reserves will still fill out the criteria. Go.
Well, you tell us your next forward.
My next forward, Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, we both got Larry.
Yep.
Larry made the cut. He's having a phenomenal year. Utah's doing Utah things.
Even though they're not doing as good now as they were at the start of the season, no one can deny how good he is on that team.
And on top of that, the All-Star game's going to be in Utah.
Yeah.
They're getting a home court guy. It's rude not to have him in there.
And so when Jarrett Allen got it in Cleveland, bit of like a sympathy vote.
Yeah, but he kind of got the sympathy vote, but Garland was already playing.
Yeah.
So they had the hometown pick.
Yeah.
Question: is the All-Star match based on just this season
Yeah.
Yeah.
and their performance?
Strictly
Yeah.
this year.
And when it comes out Thursday,
Yeah.
they can't change it.
Yeah, that's it. So what they can do
So
is if a
locked
player
in.
gets injured, someone will come in as like a
Right.
all-star
So
replacement.
Thursday, just
Okay.
the starting 5 get named.
Right. Okay.
Just the first 5, and then I think it's the Tuesday the following week, the next 7.
yeah. Then they have
They do a draft.
they do like
The
a draft
two
online
captains will pick who wants on what team.
Okay.
on Inside the NBA.
and when
They-
is the game?
The 18th of Feb?
Yeah, 18th and 19th. It's on that Sunday. In America, it'll be the Monday here.
Right.
Yeah.
But what happened one of the last times is when James Harden wanted to trade from Brooklyn, LeBron made
Yeah, so
KD.
KD and LeBron were the two captains, and KD refused to pick Harden.
because Harden was like demanded to trade out of Brooklyn.
So he had the shits with him. Didn't want him on his team in the All-Star match, so LeBron just left him to the last pick. So that way he knew he wouldn't have to waste an early pick on Harden because he knew he'd get him later.
Right.
So there's a video
Well, that's smart.
of Shaq and Chuck sitting there just like, oh, Harden's still on the board. KD, like, what are your thoughts on that? And he's just,
Just nothing. Just nothing.
no, I got other guys I'm trying to pick up first. And LeBron's literally covering his face with a clipboard, just cracking up.
Oh my god, I have to see this.
It's prime. Okay, who's your other forward, Chris?
Paul George.
Okay, I've got him.
Paul George is having a good year. Bit of a quiet year, but
Yeah.
based on the criteria of having the extra forwards on what I was going,
Yeah.
he fit the demand. He's playing well enough
Yeah.
to get it.
So we got 4 of the same. There's 3 left, and you know one of mine's is De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
So I want to hear who you've got left, so then I can decide if I want to be a friend.
Okay, so Anthony Davis,
Yeah, got him.
Zion,
Yep.
and
Okay.
so it's the last one. I think you can even guess who I've taken over.
No.
You can't pick it out? Have you gone through the ladder, the standings?
No.
Go through that. Go through the Western Conference and tell me one of the first couple teams that doesn't have a player in there.
No, I'm going to be either really annoyed that I missed it. The Suns.
Yeah.
If I hear the name Devin Booker,
No, you know, it's Dame Lillard.
Dame Lillard.
I put Dame in. Dame was having a great year. Still is. When I picked it, he fell. When I picked this, they've lost a game today and they've dropped down the standings 4 places.
Whoa.
So at the time of picking Portland, they were the 10th seed. Thinking, okay, Lakers
have-
aren't getting too over Dame. Didn't feel it was fair.
I'm so annoyed.
No, so here's my issue with Damian Lillard. He's in the NBA 75 team.
Yeah.
What's he done?
Dame time.
What's he done?
He's one of the most clutch players in all of NBA history.
Yeah, but what's that got him?
Well, so far this season, shit all.
No. So far in his career, what's that got him?
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Like, I look at that 75 team and I go, wow, here's some legends. I look at, like, even James
Dame.
Harden, okay, he's not an accomplished, but he's
He's got a previous MVP.
he had
James Harden.
wow. I look at Dame Lillard and I go, what's going on? Why are you there? Like, I'm looking around, okay, Klay Thompson doesn't make the team, but Dame Lillard does. Dwight Howard doesn't make the team, Dame Lillard does.
Yeah, there's definitely some guys that could have been cut off that top 75 without a doubt.
Klay Thompson's the 76th best player of all time. They got him a jersey and everything. They're
Yeah.
like number 76 because he's great. Is he more impactful to the NBA than a few players that I can rattle off the top of my head that didn't make the list?
Probably not. No. Is he having a good year?
Yeah, but okay.
Is that not what this entire thing is about?
Yeah, but
Showing the guys that are having a good year. I think both him and Fox are having a great year.
I'd just put
Did they get 2? Probably not.
De'Aaron Fox over Dame, and I have a feeling that will happen.
Oh, it's not going to take much convincing for me to change my mind.
I have a feeling that
We all know my bias is towards Fox. Like,
If Fox
I want him
doesn't-
on this list. I'm glad you put him and I didn't. Because if neither of us had him, I'd feel bad he didn't get mentioned.
if Fox isn't an all-star and Dame Lillard is, I'll go be a Utah Jazz fan. Like, As a Knicks fan, it's not hard to switch loyalties, but still.
Nah, Knicks are having a big trade deadline.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. No.
You want to hear some of the names they're going to trade for? First name, first rumor we heard.
Rudy Gobert. That wouldn't fucking surprise me. No, we won't go for him. I saw Grayson Allen. Give me Grayson Allen. He's a little scumbag.
The other
but
one
we
I
love
saw
him.
that I liked was Anunoby. OG.
Yeah, but so fun fact on OG, similar to what I did in our fantasy draft, our fantasy team. I traded him whilst his stock was high,
Yeah.
and now Toronto Raptors are trying to do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up a bunch of picks for OG.
Nah, of course not.
I'm not going to win the Jacks. So why? If I'm Dallas, go for him. Cool. Put him in Dallas. Sick. Now I'm a bit heartbroken that you didn't put Fox on your list.
Fox is the first replacement. Like, so who's the extra player that's on yours?
I don't have an extra.
So you've also got Anthony Davis and Zion.
Yeah.
One of those is not making an All-Star because they're going to be dead. They're going to just one of them's going to collapse and not make it.
Okay. Good vibes up there. Not dead, just an ankle sprain.
I think if one of them has an ankle sprain, their career's dead.
AD injured his ankle in midair with no one touching him.
Yeah.
It was like a ghost injury. I looked and I was like, did he?
Yeah. Little phantom
His ankle just went
injury.
like mid-fly. Like, what are you doing? Who's your reserve? Fox?
Fox is the first guy, yeah.
Let me have a look now and I'll give you a quick fire reserve. Let me have a look.
He's the first off the back on the West.
Bang, bang, bang. Devin Booker should have no All-Star votes.
Like, I can understand the Devin Booker vote. Like, he is playing well, but not well enough to need it.
Dog shit.
They're playing terrible because Chris Paul's been injured all year, and when he has played, he's just been doing nothing.
I would rather... Yeah. If I was to have a reserve, I could settle on Dame being my reserve.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking number 6 in the voting is Russell Westbrook.
Of course he's high in the votes. It's for the Lakers.
Yeah, because 8th is Austin Reeves.
Yeah. It's atrocious, the voting
Just goes
system.
downhill.
Oh, it's terrible, but like they're diehard fans. They're some like they're probably the two biggest fan clubs in
For sure.
Lakers and Warriors.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be anyone bigger than those two comps.
But my boy AR-15, there's no way they named Austin Reeves after a fucking assault rifle.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Like America, come on, you can do better than this. Okay,
Like, is there anyone else that even slightly deserves the spot? So in the West, anyone we missed?
Josh Giddey.
Josh
No.
Giddey.
No.
Is that just because you think he's hot? Which fair enough, I will get.
Jake's not here, so can't talk.
No, I'm kidding. He's a bit young and competing with LeBron.
Who,
Yeah, there, yeah.
Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
If you told me Josh Giddey's hot, I'd go fair enough.
No, I'm talking about skill level.
Oh, but still, if you're talking to me like, okay, like I'm saying, like, you know,
Yeah, he's
you can
alright.
appreciate a hot looking guy, but I'm not looking at Russell Westbrook going, wow, you're a bit of a hottie, Russ.
No,
Am I?
that's a whole different conversation.
Do you remember that conversation we had where you were like, which player would you not trust your girlfriend with?
Yeah, who did I say?
So you went with,
He'd be a light skinned guy for sure.
I think we both agreed on Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, he could
Yeah,
Kelly
that's
Bray
right.
would not trust him.
And
Shouldn't.
I said, oh, there is one that I would trust,
Yeah.
which I was going down the road of Kevin Love.
Yeah.
And you said, oh, Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson.
Only
yeah.
to find out she used to like Duncan Robinson. She thought he was a bit cute.
Do you know who Duncan Robinson reminds me of? I'm getting a
Who?
photo up.
It's the little cartoon character that one of them called him during the playoffs.
Oh,
He reminds me.
wait.
Dude with a giant ass forehead.
Jimmy
No.
That's his-
Neutron?
yeah,
No,
Jimmy Neutron.
no.
That's what they called him.
Do you ever
during
watch
the playoffs.
Wallace and Gromit?
Wallace.
Oh,
All right, so after taking that short break after the camera difficulties,
Yep.
we were at the point of you trying to convince me of De'Aaron Fox over Dame.
I think we can humbly agree between the reserve and the AD reserve, we would have both of them.
Yeah, between the very first replacement that we'd put in,
Yeah.
it's either going to be Dame or
Yeah.
Fox.
You made a valid point that was lucky for you off camera saying that one of them may not be there for the game. I won't use the exact words you said, but there were some words of AD and Zion, one of them might not show up.
One of them's going to be crippled, injured, hurt, upset, possibly dead.
Touch wood, positive vibes, they will be healthy, but
Also went into complaining about how they take another injury. Career could be dead.
wait. Probably a dumb question. Has Zion been an All-Star?
Yes.
Yes.
He was an all-star in his
At the
second
beginning?
year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Second year. Third year he wasn't because he was injured.
Yeah.
And back to now, he is currently injured, but so far this season, he deserves to be an all-star.
Yeah. Pretty darn good.
Cool. Okay.
Pretty darn good. He's on a revenge tour for last year. Watching his team get put out in the playoffs, he's on a revenge tour.
Is it a big injury?
No, I think they're just being safe with him. From what I've seen,
So far,
Right.
it's been like a 1 to 2 week sprain, and then he's only out for 3 games and he's back.
Yeah.
So it's
And
it's
probably
kind
play him when they need him.
Yeah,
I think as a team they've gone, you know what? Zion, Ingram, we're doing all right. Get some rest. We'll make a big playoff push, but get some rest going into the All-Star break. Heal up.
they're the 4th seed.
Yeah.
They're chilling as
Oh.
long as they can stay in that top 4 range.
And that's
there's
without
only
Zion and
They
Ingram.
won't risk it.
there's only a few games between, say, 3rd and 9th.
Yeah.
There's only a couple game difference. So as long as they can stay on that top end of that, they're always going to be in a playoff position.
And you
So
think, though,
rested, healthy, they're sweet.
no Zion, no Ingram, still sitting quite comfortably.
Yeah, well, CJ's carrying the team well. Valanciunas has played like Valanciunas all year.
Yeah.
And then with the backing of Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado,
Yeah.
they've got a good depth on that team. Plenty of shooters, plenty of guys that play gritty defense. They'll be fine if they can take a couple of days off.
Yeah. Okay, so the West Coast, we had a lot in common. A few differences. I think it's only one difference.
Only one difference, but we would both agree on one injury
Reserve.
replacement. They're going to be the first guy
Yeah.
in.
The East Coast, we have discussed this a little bit prior. We know we have differences. Shall we do a starting 5?
Yeah, our starting side is going to be similar, but I think we're going to have one difference, and I want to explain my
Okay.
difference on that.
So we're going to go the forwards. Do the forwards and the centre first, because I think that's what will be the same.
We'll start with center, but let's get Selena to guess the East
Okay.
Coast. She knows the East Coast a lot better.
This one, you should get. That's the hint.
For center,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah,
Correct.
perfect. Both
And
got
that's
that.
it.
Yeah, the forwards.
Forwards?
Oh, God, you're putting me on the spot.
Who's
Give me
one
some
of the,
teams.
Okay, I'll give you a clue. Chris's fantasy team.
Here's your teams at the top of the Eastern Conference.
Okay, thank you. Oh, Boston. Oh, Tatum. Where does he play?
Tatum is on the
Forward?
list.
Okay.
As
That's
a
one.
forward.
KD.
Katie is
That's
the
it.
other one.
Let's
Perfect.
go. Done.
Okay. The guards.
On to the guards. I think we can agree on one guard out of the 2.
Who?
Donovan Mitchell. You don't have him?
Not my starting, no.
Don't you
He's,
start-
he's in my reserves.
Who made your starting for the guards?
Kyrie Irving and Jaylen Brown.
Okay,
Ooh.
Kyrie was my first guard off the bench,
Yeah.
but I couldn't do Jaylen Brown because he's been a forward all year.
So here's the thing.
But he wasn't going off positions.
Yeah, so wasn't going off positions, but also with the voting, 1 year DeMar DeRozan missed out because he played some
Yeah.
games as a guard, some games as a forward. For example, there's players in our fantasy that we see a dual position.
Dual position.
Yeah, shooting guard, small forward.
Yeah.
Sometimes they play a bigger lineup and Jaylen Brown plays the shooting guard. I just did it based off of that.
I actually went in and checked out Jaylen Brown where he's started most games.
Yeah.
Of his 42 played,
Yeah.
only 10 of them have been a shooting guard. Every other game, small forward.
Yeah.
So when I went 30 to 10, 3/4 of it, small forward, I'm going to put him
But
in the
then
forward spot.
where does Tatum play?
Power forward.
Power forward. Interesting.
Tatum's been a power forward all year.
Interesting.
Power forward, and then Rob Williams plays center.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
The other exception is when there is definitely parts of it, their individual game where he is at shooting guard.
Yeah.
But so far throughout majority of the year, Derek White has started.
Yeah.
If
'Cause-
Derek White and Marcus Smart are both on the court, and so is Brown, I'm not going to say one of them small forward over him. They're 6'2".
Yeah.
Boston has a good team.
Yeah,
I know
so-
they're first, but like
Like
now
what
that
they
you're
d-
naming players, it's like
What Boston do every
Tough.
game, they start off all together. Jason Tatum goes off after 5 minutes. I've watched every game. I've watched about 20 games this season of Boston. Tatum goes off after 5. They let Brown play from that 5 mark all the way through the first quarter. Start the second quarter. About 9 minutes left in the
In?
second.
Yeah.
Tatum comes back. Brown goes out.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. I've watched it and I've gone. They're literally like, because obviously it's 1A, 1B. That's it.
Then
Jason-
it comes to fourth quarter, and they're just both in there. Whoever's got the hot hand has the ball.
Yeah, they've like Jaylen Brown is the second choice, putting up 26 and 7.
Yeah, he's killing it.
That is top player on another team's stats,
Oh, for sure.
and he's 1B. But it's sick because I'm watching. I'm like, okay, they really have a pattern where Tatum goes out, or whoever. It depends. If Tatum's hot, stop. Normally they feed Brown the ball at the start, get him going, let him carry on the second unit. Then it comes out. Tatum comes in, just lights it up.
Interesting.
Okay, so who do you have as your starting guards?
I've got Donovan Mitchell
Yeah.
and then James Harden.
Okay. Hold on. Side note for you. I've just seen, because I know this is where I got my inspiration from, in the fan returns, Jaylen Brown is under as a guard.
That's interesting.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that point of where he started, because in here, the guards go 1, Kyrie, 2, Donovan, 3, Jaylen Brown.
Because if Jaylen Brown was listed as a guard, I'd have him in the starting.
Yeah.
With Donovan and then Kyrie first off the bench.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie had a too much of a slow start to the year.
Yeah.
He's obviously had very hot hand the last month.
Yeah.
With KD being injured, he's killing it.
Yeah. That's interesting, though, that you mentioned that. Okay. That's okay. Well, I can sit on my horse and I'll take that. So
Now, if the fan voting's going off that they've listed him as a shooting guard, then I would easily swap him in for James Harden in the guard slot.
yeah.
And then I've got a wild card that I can move into the forward and
Yeah.
shift it in and about.
Let me just adjust mine to match your format, just so I can line it up. So it's your reserves are 2 guards,
2 guards,
forwards.
2 forwards, center, 2 wilds.
Oh, easy. Let me just line it all up.
Any other guards you would throw in, Slim?
Show me the teams.
Usually the starting positions are either they've always been an all-star and they're just no matter what they're going to be,
Yeah.
or their team's killing it and they're having a breakout year.
What's Trae Young up to? Is he a guard?
Fuck Trae Young.
No?
Trae Young hasn't
sorry.
been doing a whole lot this year.
Okay.
He's
As
kind
a
of
Knicks
bit
fan,
quiet.
I have to say fuck Trae Young regardless of how he does.
it's
Okay.
he's having an odd season.
I
'Cause
thought it was
it's-
a personal attack for me.
No. It's just a personal track on Trae. Every New York Knicks fan hates Trae Young. Now we don't hate him because he's a dick. We just hate him because he keeps fucking with us.
Right.
It's a
In
respectful
a way,
hate.
what?
every time he comes into Madison Square Garden,
He fucks shit up.
Right.
He drops.
It's like-
his worst game's probably been like a 30-point game.
Yeah. It's like
Right.
when your biggest rival is that good that you respect him deep down, but it hurts you to watch him. Like, there's no hatred, but you have to say fuck Trae Young
Fair.
because of the fact that he will ruin our hopes and dreams. Okay, let's go. So
Well, you know my
Oh.
first guard off the
Yeah.
bench is Kyrie.
yeah.
So who else do you have?
My first guard off the bench will be Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
who you have
okay,
as your
yeah.
starting. We'll take that.
Second guard,
Tyrese.
Tyrese. Yeah.
That's it.
He
We need
deserved the spot.
and we need to give a shout out to the Pacers and the Kings for a win-win trade.
Massive win-win trade.
Because-
on the standings, it's definitely become a bit more of a bigger win for the Kings.
Yeah.
But Pacers, 9th seed,
Yeah.
got such a good young core.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, all we heard was trade talks about Miles Turner and Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
Those have
Got a bit-
silenced.
yeah, and you know what? Like I think Sabonis is leading the league in rebounds. Halliburton leading the league in assists. Bit of a ruckus going on.
Yeah, bit of noise outside.
Okay, forwards.
Well, this is where I had Jaylen Brown.
Okay, that's fine. I have Pascal Siakam.
Pascal is my other forward,
Okay.
along with Jaylen Brown.
Okay, my other forward is Julius Randle. Which there is some Knicks bias there, and I even said to you, there is a part of me that has been biased here.
Julius made my list.
He made your list.
He is having a good enough season, and the Knicks are doing well enough to get it.
So you're taking me. Julius Randle made your list, and De'Aaron Fox didn't.
Because they're on either side of the conference. That's the biggest problem. That's why I even messaged you saying the East is so much harder than
Yeah.
the West, because there's less quality players. There's guys that have just they're a lock,
Yeah.
and then there's like 3 spots where you're just like, oh, I could kind of put anyone
Yeah.
there.
And we have the same center, right? 3, 2, 1, Embiid.
Joel, yeah.
Okay, if you didn't, I'd unplug your mic.
Oh, you're not giving James
kicked
Harden the
off.
spot and not Embiid.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So Embiid's in there, and now it's just down to the 2 wild spots.
Yeah.
So obviously, with us swapping Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
as a guard, I'm taking Harden with one of those.
Fair.
Who you got?
Another Knicks player was Jalen Brunson.
Surely not.
I told you yesterday
Nice.
I was indecisive, but I like what he's doing.
Okay, so who are you tossing up?
I just had Jalen Brunson. Yeah,
So-
Knicks.
so you weren't indecisive, you were just
here's the
being
thing.
biased.
Here's the
Full
thing.
new.
As my Knicks bias, ask me who my next player is.
I don't even need to tell you because I can tell you who mine is.
Who?
Porzingis.
Porzingis. Tingus Pingus. I don't mind it. That one I can accept more than who I'm going to say. Who's Trae Young.
You know, Trey didn't make the
Who
list.
as I said, fuck Trae Young. But, I
But
don't
he's on my
it's-
team.
Wait, so do you have Brunson?
Yeah.
So how
Brunson.
many reserves do you have?
2.
Okay. Oh, because you don't have James Harden.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. See, like I said to you, Trae Young, it's fuck Trae Young. But if he was on my team, I'd love him. And if Trae Young heard this and he heard how much he lives in my head rent free, he'd love it.
Oh, he would. He
It
would
is,
froth over it.
it is not a hatred thing.
I just think he's having a down year to my standards.
I think it's because he's paired with DeJounte, right? Like, it takes
Yeah,
away
yeah.
from it a little bit. It's like, it takes over. He's still great.
Last year, I was screaming for DeJounte to make it to an All-Star appearance.
Yeah.
And he made it with an injury replacement.
Yeah.
Trey's going to be one of the first guys in there as an injury replacement.
Yeah. I don't have, I'll give it to you. My injury replacement would be James Harden as a cop-out.
Yeah, see,
to redeem yourself.
mine wasn't even Trae Young. Mine was Bam. And that's where the bias
Bam.
comes in.
Yeah. And I can't
Miami-
comment on bias.
Miami being the 6th seed right now and not having an All-Star,
Can I just say,
it's a disappointing 6th seed.
I do think Miami's been a bit garbage.
Well, we've had so many injured guys.
Why is Nikola Jovic out?
Oh, we just don't play him.
I'm convinced they're just going, you know what? Let's just rest him this year. Let's just rest him.
Why though?
Because let's bring him in, let him adapt to the culture. We'll let him play year 2.
Yeah.
We'll let him play year 2. Towards the end of the season, expect him to put on a few wild games. He'll drop like a 20-point 10 rebound game. He'll drop a triple-double. He'll have a wild end
something.
of the season. And they'll go, see? You'll play next year. He's awesome. He's like 6'10", plays like point forward.
He'll get traded.
If he gets traded, he's going to be worth it. Like, that's a...
More, yeah.
But then they'll like package him with Kyle Lowry. Just like, fuck it, just get...
Yeah, like Miami's got a very confusing
But he was a low
trade
pick.
deadline to come in with.
And you think he's going to be,
Jovic,
yeah.
always going to be good. Ask Chris, you're a Miami fan.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Yo-
but personally, I haven't seen him.
he's going to be good.
He's gonna be good.
Anytime he comes in and gets minutes, he plays great. He fits the roster well.
He's
It's just Miami don't run him because
Yeah.
we keep just mixing lineups.
Right.
So we have so many undrafted guys that come in and they get the run over it because they've worked harder to deserve it
And I
compared
think
to our second round picks.
what Miami do is they do a thing of, for example, the undrafted players. They'll bring them in, give them a chance, and if they're decent, they'll look and say, "Can we flip this person from undrafted to get something for them?" Which
Yeah.
is smart.
And sometimes if there's no offer, we just give them money and then we're stuck with the contract.
Yeah,
Duncan.
yeah.
Let's offer the man 20 mil and he just
True.
barely comes off the bench.
I wouldn't be surprised if they packaged Duncan and Jovic. Somewhere.
Yeah, that's I said that to you
Yeah.
earlier on in the year. The two of them will get packaged up. He's got the potential. He's got the money. Let's bring in a guy like just any standard 3-and-D shooter.
Yeah.
Plays rough defense.
Let's go get Jay Crowder. Get him back.
Yeah, well, right now you'd probably only have to offer a second round pick for Jay.
Yeah.
He's going
He's
to
still
walk
at
on his own.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
moved.
but he doesn't play. He told him he wants to be traded.
Oh,
Until
that's
then, he's
right.
not playing.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, a bit ridiculous. But honestly, I actually had both Bam and Porzingis pretty much in the same spot.
Yeah.
Just going, one of them's going to get the list, but I couldn't decide between the two.
Yeah.
And I only said Porzingis because you were going, oh, who's the other Knicks guy?
Yeah.
I had Bam first. But that's just the biasy. Bam's having a pretty good year in my standards.
Do you think, just based on talking about a center, is that the most competitive position for an all-star? Or am I wrong?
I'd say the forward roles are a bit more competitive, but at the same time, the guards. For the hardest role to actually
So
get
all the
in,
positions.
the hardest spot's probably a shooting guard, if I'm honest, because the guard slot's both point guard and shooting guard, and there's a lot more higher quality point guards than shooting guards.
Right.
It's like the best shooting guard in the league for years has been James Harden, but now he's listed as a point guard. That Devin Booker's the number one shooting guard, and he didn't make the cut for either of us.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing the centers being Giannis, then Embiid.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough to compete with that and trying to get a spot.
That's why they're going to go for those wild card
Yeah,
picks.
the
Yeah.
two wild card spots, which I've got as
Was
Julius
Bam wild
Randle.
card last year?
Ben wasn't an all-star last year.
The year before?
The year before, yeah, he was a wild.
He was a wild. Okay.
The 1 year he made it, he was.
Yeah.
But there's going to be injury replacements. Like you just don't know. Like Jimmy Butler makes
Yeah,
the
what's
team
happening with
every
Jimmy?
second year. He hasn't played enough
No,
this
he's
year for
quiet.
me to put him in the lineup.
You know what though? I love Jimmy Butler because he rocks up, puts on a masterclass.
He doesn't play.
Bye bye. Comes
doesn't
back in
play
like
every
3
single
games, drops like a beautiful masterclass. Goes, all right.
I'm done.
He literally he just plays phenomenal, makes it to it just so he can go on his resume and go, yep, 10 All-Star appearances, and he'll come in and play 2 minutes.
Yeah.
He literally just won't play. He'll go do the media day. They'll all ask him, oh, you going for a big one, doing this, you excited for that? He's like, I'm not playing. He says it to her just straight away. He just wanted to make the team, but he's not interested in playing All-Star. He's there to get a rest and be well prepared for the second half of the season so he can make
When
the
it
playoff
matters.
push.
Or, yeah.
He's just there for it to be on the resume.
It's a crazy time. Now look, I think if by the time we record this next, we have all the teams released, we will do our own drafts.
I think we do a draft too.
It's only right.
Yeah.
But we'll do it with the official teams when they're released.
Yeah, so I think who do you think the cap's going to be? It's probably going to be LeBron, and Giannis,
Yeah.
LeBron and
Again.
Giannis, or LeBron and KD.
It's
They'd be
so
the two
looking
teams.
at the votes, LeBron's obviously going to win. LeBron's LeBron, man. Like
Yeah.
at a certain point, you go past. You just gotta love it. Like fair enough. Year 20, he's the captain, and then I do think it will be Giannis. It's only 30,000 votes between him and KD, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Giannis again.
Yeah, I mean, considering only 50% of that is what's needed to be made up for in
Yeah.
the team votes, players and media,
Yeah.
there is the chance that KD takes it. But
Yeah.
with him being injured for the last 2 weeks, I think that slips away.
Yeah.
Actually, so Giannis has been out for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
But I think there's the big thing where Giannis, KD, and Tatum are all kind of rivaling each other for those 2 spots.
The 3 of them are basically going, one of them is going to be the Eastern Conference Player of the Year.
Yeah, and I do think that KD will be. If I'm looking, going, okay, Giannis, KD, Tatum. It depends on where they balance it because obviously it's front court guards. I do think Giannis makes it as captain. I don't know. That's my hunch.
Yeah. Bold prediction, 2 years' time,
Yeah.
Tatum, Luka, they'll be captains.
Yeah. Unless LeBron's still fucking going.
LeBron will still be playing, but I think by then he'll just be a reserve.
Yeah.
He's going to make the selection no matter what.
He's putting. He's going to put up all-star numbers until he retires.
He'll be 40 years old, still averaging 30 points.
Yeah.
Like, just
That's great.
ridiculously killing it. So, how many first-time All-Stars do we have?
Let me have a look down.
So, you got Tyrese.
Yeah.
Shea hasn't made an All-Star.
Not yet.
Lowry.
No.
And then Fox. So,
Yeah.
four new guys into the category,
Yeah.
which is pretty impressive.
That's for the West.
That's for both.
Both. Wait. Oh, yeah. It depends on who we agree upon.
Well, we're not agreeing on Brunson.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah.
Brunson, Brunson doesn't deserve it. Come on.
That I understand. If Porzingis makes, I don't think he's made an All-Star game.
I thought he did. I thought
he?
he made it 1 year.
Did he? Surely not.
I'm pretty sure.
Surely Tinkus Pinkus hasn't made an All-Star. He has 2018.
Yeah.
Tinkus Pinkus.
Yeah, he definitely made it 1 year.
For the record, that was his nickname on the draft day. I'm pretty sure Tingus Pingus, or was it Pingus Tingus?
Is that based?
I think
Is
it
that
was
a common nickname? Or is that just amongst
Um,
us?
who's the main guy that always comes out with? He's a big Knicks fan.
Michael Rappaport. I'll play it out loud for you.
What did they do? Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is Tingus Pingus? I never heard of fucking Latvia. You drafted this fucking kid. You stupid motherfuckers, you. Did they?
Yeah, so that came out straight after he was picked.
That was like as he was walking on the stage.
Yeah, and basically after the draft, they always do an interview with like players and stuff.
Yeah.
They actually changed his title to Tingus Pingus on draft day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he's kind of had that nickname for a little while.
Fair. But I just only heard Joe say it.
Tingus Pingus, it's great.
And you know what? He's having a great fucking season.
He's having a phenomenal year. Like I want to put him over Bam, but I also don't. Like Bam's averaging his best numbers yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's career high for him in almost every category, and he's holding Miami to a top spot.
Yeah.
He's only missed 1 game this year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
The only thing that hurts Porzingis being drafted 3rd. So the whole thing is, as a Knicks fan, you get to the draft every year and everyone goes, wow, we're going to have the best draft. It's going to change the game. And obviously, first went Cat, second D'Angelo Russell, third Jaleel Okafor. Okay, we missed that. He's not done too well. He's playing in the G League, doing well. Porzingis was fourth.
Who came after?
So the only one name is Devin Booker at 13.
But that's 13. That's slept on big time.
And that's the thing. That's the thing, right? So in hindsight, you look and go, why wouldn't you get Devin Booker? But I'm sure teams... Wasn't Jokic second round?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, one of the most known is IT, pick 60.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas. He was borderline Hall of Fame. Like, just phenomenal player, always was. But he was, what, 5'11"?
Yeah.
I don't think he was 6 foot tall. He was just
That's
short.
your
as-
height, yeah.
Don't expose me.
Oh,
like
sorry.
Way to expose your short king.
that. 6'1" with shoes on. I'm going to have to start wearing heels
No,
more
I've
often.
got to like.
Have you seen those little booster heels?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's temptations.
As a tall king, I don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, no. I started getting ads for him. I was like, oh, what's this about?
It knows its
You
audience.
think that's bad, mate? I'm getting fucking hair replacement ads.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How do they know?
Yeah, how do they know? They listen to
Have
you.
you got the Dr. Squash ads?
No.
Fancy soap.
Fancy soap.
Yeah, it's trying to tell me
Right.
to smell bad. Don't know. That plus the is it the True Classic?
Yeah, but in saying that, Dr. Squash, if you want to sponsor the podcast,
Oh, go
I
for
will
it.
try your fancy soap.
I will try just about anything that is sent to me.
Like you've been sent
let
so
everyone know
much
that,
stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Any freebies, I'm not knocking it back.
Of course not.
There is
Oh, sorry,
limits
Joe.
to
what?
this. I'm not as open to these things as Chris. Terms and conditions apply. Yeah, so next week we may be joined by some other people. Sorry, Selena.
Yeah, I'm getting kicked off. Fine.
Well, you might still make it.
You
If
might
some-
make the cut.
If one's a last minute withdrawal, you can jump in.
Yeah.
Well, I asked Chris, are we still the most viewed video?
No, so for the longest time,
Yep.
Selena's video was
Yeah.
the most viewed.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Your and I's prediction video,
Yeah.
our proper first one, we're ahead by 2 views. So we've got the lead,
I'm telling you.
I'm being kicked off. I understand. No hard feelings.
but I do think this one might top it just because it's going to be a relevant topic.
That and when I do my all-star draft, obviously if there's 4 of us, we'll go in teams.
Yeah.
I'll bring it.
Yeah, we can do captains.
Well, I think if it's the 2 that will be joining us, or maybe Selena. Hi, Chris's phone.
That's just for Jake.
Oh, tell Jakey we love him.
Yeah.
Jakey, we know you're not listening at this point. Fair enough.
He will be. He'll listen to this. He just
Too
sent me.
far.
He just told me to jump on 2K.
Um,
So
Of course he did.
yeah, but he knows we're doing this. So
Convenient timing.
yeah, it's all right.
But I thought he couldn't make it.
No, he couldn't make it.
game's a game. Well, thank you guys for listening. This episode's a bit different setup. We're getting used to it, so apologies for any technical difficulties.
Do we like it? What's the verdict?
If you don't like it, fuck off.
I meant you guys.
No, I like. It's just going to take getting used to.
Yeah.
I think because it's like for me, it's I'm used to holding the mic where I can turn one way, turn the other.
Yeah.
Now, unless I'm looking dead forward,
It's
it's off. I'm used to looking towards the camera, looking at Joe, and now to turn to you and talk, the camera's like the mic will cut out unless I move to it. Move too far to it, too loud, move too far
right, we can
away,
work it out.
quiet.
yeah.
Just a bit of getting used to it, I suppose.
It'll be a teething process. We'll get there.
No, it should be good.
I
I'm
like the
excited.
upgrade.
It's a nice upgrade. It's great facilities.
Yeah.
Do you want to give the shout out?
No, you do it, mate.
All right, well,
Just because I forgot what it is.
Yeah, I know he's got it in front of him.
I do now. So we do want to thank the Hills Podcast and Video Studio located at Bella Vista Hotel. Thanks for having us here. For anyone that's wondering, it is a free facility. They have a website. They just book it in.
Pretty darn good as
It's
well.
pretty good. You got a 4-person setup, a full Rodecaster Pro. You just got to plug your laptop into it. GoPro's available if you want them. It's all
Extra
here
charge,
set up for you.
apparently.
Maybe I don't know that part if it is or not. Just someone said it could be, but it's a great facility. I think we'll be back here more frequently, and
Yeah. Be here next
it's
week.
It's definitely a lot easier to have 4 people here for it,
Yeah.
Honestly, should I start my own podcast? Because this is sick.
And also,
or just learn more basketball.
do you want to say we have no lawn mowing in the background. Thank you all.
Oh
Enjoy.
my god.